Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. We're going to have a bunch of rain, maybe some sunshine this afternoon, more rain overnight into tomorrow. It's kind of hit or miss, showers on and off, but yeah, it's, we need a little rain, Cande.
Yes, we do.
Right? I mean,
Yeah, it's Monday. We'll all be all right.
Isn't that the word, though? Like, we have a drought and all this stuff, right?
We do desperately need rain. We're short.
All right, there you go. Cande, it was a big weekend, mostly because I finally sat down to watch King Richard.
All right, let's hear.
All right, should I set the scene, or am I too much of a storyteller?
Oh, set the scene for your friend. Go ahead.
All right. So Leah was having a sleepover with Julia, and, they play tennis together, and they're on the team together, and they're very good friends, and so...
Neither one of them had seen it.
Neither one saw it. My whole family hadn't seen it. I come back from my my event at Grangerville Park in Riverhead Saturday, which I told you, Lou from Southbound, the band, he says, I am a good storyteller. I paint a picture, and you should leave me alone. Okay, we talked about that already, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know, you don't like Lou. Anyway, I come back. I have a plate of sushi. I'm watching Cobra Kai, which, by the way, finished season 5 of Cobra Kai in one day, just so you know. We could talk about that another time.
You say it like you deserve an award.
You do. You do say it that way.
You do. Like, oh, look at me. I completed watching television.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I do say it. I do say it.
Unbelievable. There was an Olympics for binging. You might win.
Maybe this is why Netflix announced that they might start doing weekly episodes of shows and not put them all out at the same time, which is interesting. All right. So they go to Tanger, all the kids and Dana. They come back about 9:30-ish. We start King Richard. They're all excited to watch it. We shut the lights. We're in the living room. We watched the movie all the way through. I didn't realize 2.5-hour movie.
It's a long movie.
It is. We finished just after midnight. Cande, my review of King Richard. I thought it was very well done. We all enjoyed it. Will Smith was great.
He was great.
By the way, it wasn't...
Even though I'm no longer a fan of his, he was great.
I understand. The woman who played his wife was fantastic.
Really good.
She was almost, to be honest with you, she was almost the glue to the whole thing, right? I mean,
totally.
She was very good. The girls that they got to play, Venus and Serena, were so spot on. I couldn't even now I don't know this for sure, but I guess they found the actresses they wanted to play, and then they trained them to play tennis, is what happened.
Wow.
I think that's how it went. They found the actresses first, and then they said, you're going to go through like a 6-month camp so we can at least have you look like you know how to play. I'm sure they faked a lot of the shots, I'm sure. But they were swinging and playing like they knew how to play. It was pretty incredible. Okay, I thought the movie was good. I wasn't over the top about the film itself. I know why you wanted me to watch it. I'm watching and chuckling at times. I'm like, oh my God, I do that. I am King Richard. I am the father. Many times, this is what I do when I'm out with Leah on the court or whatever.
That's why it was so important for you to see it.
And I loved it. I enjoyed it. You know where I think I did a little reflection afterwards. I believe I didn't love the movie because, A, all the hype, everyone was telling me about it before I actually saw it. The same thing happened with Slumdog Millionaire. My parents were like, you have to see Slumdog Millionaire.
Do you know that I've never seen that movie yet?
Okay. They were, oh my God, greatest movie of the year. I watched it, and it was too much hype. It was so sometimes the hype gets me. Here's the second part. And I think you can understand this because you're a big documentary watcher.
I am. Mm-hmm.
After seeing all these documentaries, especially Netflix has all these documentaries, I would rather see a real footage documentary of the real Richard Williams with the real Venus and Serena and watch that instead of a scripted film. Do you understand what
I do understand, but we didn't have that, so we had the film to go on, and I have to say, he had such a true sense of the business when they offer her $1 million, and he's like, don't do it, think it over, don't do it, and then she doesn't do it, and it comes back like 20 million. Very, very wise man.
Yeah, so it's funny because the real Richard Williams, you're right, and Will Smith portrays it fantastic. The real Richard Williams, back in the day, when Venus and Serena were becoming who they were at that young age, 12, 13, 14, whatever, he was more in the spotlight than they were. He was on the back page of every newspaper, in the front page of every paper.
They had never seen anything like him before.
Agree. He was really out there, and people were questioning.
And when he takes the kids, they go to Disneyland, and he's like, enough, we're going to take a break now. When that one girl sort of had a breakdown, not one of his daughters, that
Jennifer,
that's the one.
Right, Jennifer Capriati trained at the same place the girls trained, and as you remember, Capriati was caught with drugs in a hotel room and the whole thing, and ended her career basically. The other thing you were talking about is before her first professional tournament at age 14, Venus was offered $3 million, I believe it was from Nike, and she turned it down, betting on herself, basically saying, no, I'm going to perform in this tournament. She played really well in a couple of matches, earned the respect of all the companies, and later on, after the tournament, signed a $12 million deal with Reebok instead.
Yeah, I loved that. That made me cheer.
Yeah. So there's some incredible moments, yes.
It is. Well, there wouldn't be a Venus and Serena without King Richard.
Of course. And it's funny because that's what Dana was saying. She's like, I thought this was more about their career and stuff. I said, no, this is about the father. This movie is about the father. It has really less to do with Venus and Serena than it does about the father. It's his story, really, is being told.
And the whole family, I mean, they really sacrificed.
Yeah, and it all worked out, obviously, and he raised them right and did the right things, and
look where we are now.
And here we are at retirement for, Venus hasn't retired officially yet, but basically both of them on the verge of leaving the sport. And it was a great film. I enjoyed the film. I enjoyed the acting, and it wasn't just Will Smith. They were all incredible.
All really good.
But I wish all that stuff from the movie was actually really filmed back in the day, and it was a documentary. I would have much preferred to see the real deal rather
if there ever is a documentary, I will totally watch.
Yes. But overall, thank you for making me watch.
For nagging you for, seems like 2 years.
Yeah, well, I didn't have HBO, but I had a free trial this week, so I taped it, And
all right, good for you.
Here we are. Less than 20 minutes to your bald and the beautiful entertainment, everything from Nashville to Hollywood. Got rain and then some sun, and more rain tonight and then some sun, and kind of spotty here the next couple days. We'll see how it goes, but after Tuesday, it becomes really beautiful, like Wednesday and beyond. Looks great. We hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.